Hi everyone, Soulserver17 here. I'm sure it's like usual. I don't want this picture, non-paid video. Alright, okay, so here's the thing. Um, I was basically researching some things for this what if, and I accidentally fell asleep. So it is basically currently 4:16 in the morning, and I'm still counting this as my birthday gift, to all you guys. So, allow me to explain what this what if is gonna have. After I just actually wait, crap. I just remembered I never got a chance to freaking write down the names of the characters. Hold on. Okay, I wrote them all down, and also I kind of made I kind of just started making a stat sheet for my, for what I'm putting myself into. Okay, so I'm making myself the sword hero. Basically. Reasons why. I just feel like it. I know season 1, and I wanted to make this what if for a while, but I didn't have no reason to, well, try to pursue it. And I was trying to think of the idea, and I have it, but here's the thing, please understand, this is gonna be messing with the whole entire story a lot. So certain things are gonna happen. Like I'm gonna make something happen to the system of the sword, where it will give me an overpowered ability because of the weapons it could change into, and the OPness of it. But I can get the skills, but it's not the overpower skills. It's basically just like something like to help me out. Say for clouds, meteor strike. Basically when he just shoots meteors out of nowhere from a sword, or Omni Slash, level 5. That sort of thing. Perfect example. Like even giving me like Berserker's Guts' armor, the Berserk armor, that will happen. So, but it'll fade away, and whatever happens to me will happen. I'm just letting you guys know this, so I don't hear no one saying, "Oh, yeah, you can't do this." While I'm doing it. It's basically, if you guys like realizing the freaking system broke for me for some weird reason, and we have no idea why. That's like the whole entire premise of the story. The whole entire idea. No, I don't know how. No one know how. Nothing. Also, I'm gonna basically kind of make the characters who are jerks be jerks still. Um, Even not multi. My basically the one that basically frames out Fumi. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Melty. Wow. For some reason they said in them it didn't call her Mai or Malty, and then there's like Melty, or Mel. Mai and Mel. I haven't watched anime in a while. I was gonna do that before making this what if, but fell asleep. Anyways, basically it's just gonna be I'm gonna call Mai, and Mel. Yeah. Anyways, so as we know how the anime goes for the Rise of the Shield Hero, Rise of the Shield Hero, basically they get isekai'd in different ways. And, well, for me, it's gonna be video games. Basically, it's a video game where it takes place like they all have it as the same way of the, like in the story, they play the video game and it, representation of it in their minds in that game. So, basically, for me, it would be, just a regular RPG. Where I have to increase my items through, well, basically skill the weapon, and I can transfer over to another weapon. Then I can replenish that skill in the weapon, increasing it more, and crafting basically different items into it. So like increasing items like say like rubies, monster parts, you know, and the rarity of weapon. I'm doing all three of them because I mean that's what most games I play have in common. So yeah. So basically that's how it's gonna be. And just gonna be some no-name game that I'll be playing. It'll just be I guess in Warriors Quest or something. So anyways, let's just get into this. So this is what if I was in the Rising of the Shield Hero, Part 1. So, as it's just taking place, I'm playing a game just called Warriors Quest. Basically, the premise of the game is you fight basically hordes of monsters to get stronger and stronger, like every RPG, just to, well, just get to the end. It's basically a survival one. You see how many days in the game you can last, and depending on how many days you last, it'll give you some type of ending and a little bit of a backstory to it. A little premise of you can get your old stuff back and go back in the same route you were going with or change it up. It's always like you die, you get back stronger than ever. So it's basically that premise, you know. It's like Dark Souls, a little, not really. Anyway, so after I got done beating the game, actually again that there was an ending to it as well. After I get the ending and succeeding for the first time, I like, yes, finally. Jesus, that took forever. Usually a game only takes me like 2 months to play if I'm not, well, busy. This Warrior's Quest. Alright, let's see the ending I got after defeating the Demon Lord. And basically it just says, and the mighty warrior succeeded in his quest. The sword hero finally succeeded and bring peace to the land. And, well, no one knows what happened to him. It said he mysteriously disappeared, like he was just brought back to his world, out of thin air, like he came. Nobody knows what happened to him, and no one will ever know what happened to him. But do you? And it's like, what the? This is... Okay, I know the game had a lot of bugs, but this is a weird one. How would I know? As then, all of a sudden the TV flash, has a bright light, eyes, blinded. And then waking up to the sound of the chant of people saying, "Arise, great heroes, and save us from the calamity of the waves." And basically, I'm like thinking to myself, did this really just happen? Am I really in the Rise of the Shield Hero? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. I'm just dreaming. As I pinch myself and I'm like, really hard. I'm like, no, not dreaming. Ow, my cheek. Okay, so I'm in natural world of of the anime. Great. That means I have, and then I look over to my side, seeing a blonde who basically then demands answers and where they are and such, along with another person with brownish hair and well-dressed clothes, agreeing with him, while me and the guy to my right are just being like, yo, you too serious? The fuck? As well, after that, these people that summoned us basically saying, not to worry, the king will tell you everything. As they say, just follow us. And so they, guide us over to where the king is, to the throne room. And such, we meet the king. An old-looking man along with a daughter who's basically well, at his side with purple hair. I mean, like violet hair. I can never tell what her hair color was. That's like a reddish purplish. So I think violet. Actually, hold on. Okay, her hair color is red. Yeah, I'm not feeling dumb. Yeah, I'm not feeling dumb at all. I am feeling dumb. Give me a break, guys. I woke up. I'm gonna get back to sleep later, but probably an hour later. But anyways, so yes, as we may see this red hair, girl, they just stand next to her, well, next to the king. As well, the king says, "Welcome, heroes." You know, basically, I'm glad you were able to arrive so soon. Basically, telling us about, well, as soon as basically the blonde haired guy asks him, like, yeah, what's the deal? Why are we summoned? And what's with the blade? With the weapons. As, I mean, kind of like rushing along. I know there was more to that scene with their summoning, but different. So he was like, yes, these are well, the four weapons. You could say holy weapons or the hero weapons. And it's like, okay. I'm thinking, and I like, Your Highness, if I may be bold to ask, the four hero weapons, can you explain more in detail? It was like, of course, Sword Hero. As then he explains about the heroes, and, how they have a great duty, to save the world from the waves and the calamity that is upon us. And as I'm like, great! I can't glad to be nice to this guy. I mean, they can't be just like their anime counterparts, if so then. I would want to kill them. Especially the bitch. I can't believe Naofumi had her name to be that. So, as everyone's getting an explanation and all, well, he says you must be tired after your long journey. We'll basically have your quarters ready and, so you can sleep in. Your quarters ready so you can rest. And it's basically, he goes, thanks. So he says, no problem, heroes. Now then, you guys, all of you have a nice rest. As we do leave, we go to our quarters. Because I do remember it's like the next day they do have the whole entire, getting out and going to certain places, and then like train and such. Basically getting XP. So, what happens is this: when we get to our quarters, it's pretty fancy. I'm just thinking, jeez. I know this is like medieval times, but even I don't feel comfortable here. It's gonna be a problem. So, I'm Jason rubbed the back of my head when I had that in my head. As we then start to get in talking, I found that the three names of the people. One is Naofumi, the shield hero. Muramasa, Motoyatsu. Sorry, Motoyatsu's Motoyasu's name and Muramasa sounds the same in my mind somehow. I don't know why. The spear hero and Itsuki. Itsuki is the archer hero. And then basically we go over the whole entire world and such. Basically I talk about how it was a game for me. They said it was RP, it was a game, and then virtual VR, one was a book. We said the same thing as in canon. But then they talk about, places. And then I say, I'm from America. They all just look at me like, huh? Like, yeah, America. Hi. They're like, okay. They go like, wait, you never told us your name. I'm like, crap. Call me Soul. Um, which then Motoyatsu asks, any last name? Um, um, First thing that pops into my head, Phantom Hide. I say, Phantom Hide. Soul Phantom Hide. It's nice to meet you. As I'm like, did I really just say that? Like, that's what I get. So, because of that, it's, you know, then they talk about their weapons and such, and basically then when basically it came to Naofumi's weapon, Motoyatsu says about how the shield hero sucks. And then I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. When she just immediately looks at me like, what you say? Like, how old are you? He says his canon age. I'm like, yeah, I'm 24. Shut up. Like, I don't give a shit. Shields are better than spears. You know why? Because they can block incoming attacks. They have very good support skills. Basically, they can even help you out when you're in need your ass to be saved. So technically, a shield can be also offense for bashing into people. So yeah, if he needs to save your butt, don't come crying to him to basically save because you insult him. Jeez, I hate people like you. As a reason, I'm just walking to my bed. I'm like, wake me up when it's time to, well, get going. Which, Itsuki's like, he does have a point. You really shouldn't make fun of Naofumi or says his weapon sucks. If he has to save you, then yeah, don't want to have him hating you because he'll just let you die. As then Motoyatsu realizes and apologizes to Naofumi. He says it's cool. So basically, why want to sleep? I try to sleep and I can't. I'm like, ugh. I hate being in a new dimension, world, or whatever. Isekai. Basically, I got. Okay, let's just try to formulate a plan. I know this is the anime, and everything's gonna go exactly the same. I have to disrupt it somehow. But how? I don't want to. If I don't work with them, I'm gonna be at a disadvantage. It's not like this face. I just grab the sword because I have it leaning against the wall, and I'm like, basically holding the grip and basically the flat part of the blade. Basically, how there's just the edges, and then there's just the flat part that is facing you when you look down at it. Yeah, I'm holding that, and I'm like, only this weapon can transform into other weapons. I mean, from different worlds from my memories. That'd be great. If you I have overpowered skills, but at least it will be the weaker ones. They won't destroy the planet. Like that, however, as all of a sudden, I see a little pop-up screen, which language I don't recognize, but for some reason I'm able to still read it, and it's like, what the ever occurred? Rebooting? The crap? I mean, the fuck? What's going on? As then it says internal system malfunction, program added, analyze memories. And it's like, what the? As all of a sudden the sword starts to glow and shocks me. Basically, it's like, dude screaming out of pain, which wakes up all three of the guys. As then they see the light and the shocking, and then I just fall over and I'm knocked out. Basically, what's happened to the sword is it's analyzing the memories I have. It's basically looking through the memories and it analyzes each and every weapon from the memory. it sees the skills and the potential it has, and it would basically. I have basically a lot of weapons, and even well, basically it even will like give me something's unique and break some of the rules of the anime, but like I can use a dagger. Because honestly, if you really think about it, they're just short swords. Like, legit, they're just like legit short swords. So it's like, why not? So, hey. So basically let me give you a few ideas of what I can, use. Sephiroth's blade, Cloud's blade, Berserker's blade, basically Guts' blade, Sasuke's, Kirito's, Inuyasha's, any type of swordsman's blade, like even legendary swords, I'll be able to use. My appearance will also change a little bit, like my eye color change, or I'll get like my hair color change slightly, and like all that. So, yeah. So basically, after that little experience, I wake up. And it's like, I'm in like basically the nurse, you could say the castle's doctor. I'm like, my head. I feel like I was hit by 1,000,000 volts. Which the castle doctor does say, like, well, you're lucky to be alive. It's like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, well, kid, I don't know how, but for some reason the other heroes said your weapon shocked you. No one knows why, but hey, you're alive and all, so that's great. Anyways, I'll escort you to the throne room. Okay? He's like, sure, thanks. Basically, when we get to the throne room, it's all, about like the exact same way. Naofumi doesn't get people on his team, people get money, Naofumi doesn't get that much. You know. Sorry, I'm just writing some stuff down real quick. Alright, so basically, as I'm just looking over, I'm like, here we go. And the princess is gonna try to do something, but hey, not gonna happen. As I just look at Naofumi, I'm like, hey, Naofumi, how about you join my team? Which we did get an explanation about how the cardinal heroes cannot work together, or the process will be basically, not working. Basically level up will basically halted significantly. And I'm just like, in my mind, I did not care, so I still invited Naofumi even I know this. And he asks, wait, are you sure? It's like, yeah, come on. I mean, I ain't gonna let you, just be alone. So, you wanna join my team or not? He's like, yes, thank you. He's like, no problem, Naofumi. And I'm looking at my teammate, my comrades, my teammates, and I'm just thinking, well, I guess I have to trust them for now at least. This is gonna be a real problem. I don't know if they're working for the king. I mean, like spies. Maybe on my guard. I was with the sword basically last night. Okay. So if you guys were wondering what I'm doing, I'm just basically writing down stats. So basically, level 1, stats, strength 14, agility 15, MP 21, intelligence 19, HP 50, because I think it'll be that amount. And I'm trying to think of the rest. I know there's more, but oh, I think resistance. Alright, so I don't know what else. You guys can let me know what else I should put down for stats. That'd be great. So, yeah, but anyways, which the king and the princess is shocked. And, well, the king says, Sword Hero, are you sure your progress in your level will be halted? I know, king. Don't worry about it. We'll just have to work twice as hard. Come on. Let's get this show on the road. As I'm just walking out, and, well, Mai is with Motoyatsu, and she's thinking his attitude changed all of a sudden. I'm just, basically, she goes, this is gonna be a problem. Even the king's thinking it. As I'm just, like, sighing in my head, like, great. I'm really gonna hate this world. I better be cold a little bit to people I just met at least. I don't like. It's gonna be fun. So, basically, while walking around, I mean, since we got money and I just combined my funds with Naofumi's. I do ask my basically teammates that the king got me, to be a part of my party, asking, hey, do you know any place we can get some good armor and some, well, actual, well, items like healing items and such? And one of them says, yeah, I know a place, come on. As we go to the blacksmith. Basically, when we arrive there, the blacksmith says, welcome. I'm the blacksmith, this establishment. Earhard. It's a pleasure to meet you. I was like, it's basically me and Naofumi was like, it's a pleasure to meet you too. So, basically we talked to him about, like, what we're looking for and such. And we get some decent armor. Just, level, like, durable armor enough to handle the mobs outside the kingdom. And maybe deeper into the forest. Ain't really much, so, And then we get mostly healing items, because I told them, we aren't going to sleep. You know that, right? And, well, they not. They were kind of scared when I said that. So, what happens is, we basically, go outside the kingdom like the others, too. Heroes. As basically then, well, how the fight for these mobs are going to be going. Slaying them really easily. We basically, Fumi's blocking the attacks as, for each member, that he can, and we just start striking them, killing them off. As basically, since I played, well, Monster Hunter, I basically have a tendency now, I had a tendency to always, get materials off of any type of monster or anything I could, like gathering. So, in the game, in basically the anime and from games, I started like collecting monster parts, and I realized this thing has an infinite storage, and it's like, wow, this is pretty neat. Which Naofumi was like, huh, all right then. So he does exactly the same thing. So after so much like grinding, I think they were like level 5 at least. So we would have gone up to be level 6. So, and I think though everything would go up by 10. So hold on, let me just do some stuff. Alright, so basically level 6, strength 24, agility 25, MP basically 31, intelligence 29, HP 60, resistance 30. So, yeah. So basically, after we got up to that, I was like, alright, let's go deep into the forest. As the group nods. So basically, we find, basically, I do, like, ask the members saying, like, let me know if we find any herbs. maybe we can, use them in the future if we run out of healing potions. As they do not, and they do tell me and Naofumi where it is. Naofumi gets some new shields and everything, a new shield. And me, well, I mean, I already have plenty of swords, so I don't get any new swords. I don't know that yet, though, so I'm just having storage. But anyways, as well, while we're going further into the forest, we do kill some more, like, monsters. Like, we kill, like, level 6 monsters, then level 7s, increasing our rank, our levels. We are hit by this point at level 15 after about 4 to 5 hours of grinding. Which I do ask everyone, do they need a rest? As they do not, and I'm saying, alright, we rest for a couple minutes, we rest for about 30 minutes and then we head out. We have to find food, so I just camp out here for the night, keep watch. Hold on. Alright, so, after basically basically 2 people setting up camp, 2 people hunting, and 1 person just keeping guard of the people setting up camp, we spend the night. Everyone's taking turns taking shift, but I'm the one who's staying up the longest because I always have trouble sleeping, so yeah. Now when we, basically wakes up and asks if he can take shift, and I'm like, I'm good, man. Just need to basically sleep until 4, I'll be up in 4 hours. Which he's like, are you sure you can handle that? I'm like, I've been doing it most of my life, so yeah, I can. It's like, well, that's pretty, reckless, stupid. It's like, yeah, no offense. He's like, no problem. Anyway, so, what do you think's gonna happen, man? I was like, huh? The kingdom, or should I say, the king, is basically being a jerk to you, like, less money, not many people. It's like they freaking hate you, you know? It's like, oh, come on, can't be that bad. It's like, alright, I'm just saying, man. What happens if they do? He's like, well, just a betrayal, right? Yep. So, Naofumi just said he'll probably hate them for the rest of his life and never want nothing to do with them. So then I asked him, what about me? What happens if I betray you? What will you do? Let me down? Kill me? And Naofumi just says, don't mess around with that. He's like, come on, it's not like I'm ever going to. You're the only decent person that, I can talk to. Motoyatsu and Itsuki is like, ugh. First off, Motoyatsu is just all ego and saying, oh, I'm better than everyone, blah, blah, blah. Itsuki is more, I could say calculative and not really a friend I could be with. He's like, okay, what about you? He's like, I don't trust no one. I have trouble trusting people because of my past. I'm more of thinking 5 steps ahead of someone, and then just I'll play my cards right. And he does nod to this. I was like, anyways. Oh yeah, the king did tell us about how we check our stats. So, should we? It's like, oh yeah. So basically we look over to where we see on the screen, see a little like icon and we just, think of pressing on it. As then basically we see we're both level 15. Like, showing him, that freaking king that saying, oh, our progress would have been halted. Which Naofumi chuckles at this. So, after that, I do technically fall asleep. And someone else does take shift. And then after waking up, in only basically only like 4 hours, ate breakfast, and we basically make our way back over to the kingdom, which, well, we take on zero monsters. For now, at least. So, yeah. So, when we get back, it's the same thing. Like, they say, oh, you're, basically being arrested, the shield hero, blah, blah, blah. We get over to the kingdom, and then they talk about, oh, Tyre, Mai's crying. The princess is crying, Mai, about how, Naofumi attacked her. And it's like, I'm thinking, did they not, like, I legit said we were gonna go into the woods if necessary. And I'm looking pissed off. I'm looking at Naofumi the entire time. As then I do see Mai through his shield, just looking at him, and when no one's looking, that's what she thinks. Puts her, sticks her tongue at him, and it's like, I just had enough. So basically, I'm like, oh, sire, king of this land, I want to ask the demon of the shield questions. Which Naofumi shocked that I'm even saying this. When I basically, waiting for the king's answer, he says, go ahead, sword hero. Seek your judgment. See, his crimes, what he is, a demon of the shield. As I'm just thinking, demon of the shield, my ass, you piece of shit, old man. So basically, I look at Naofumi, and I'm like, Naofumi, may I ask you a couple of questions? He's like, he's looking at me with hatred. He was like, sure. He was like, so, after I took my nap for 4 hours, did you leave at all? He was like, no. Alright. Where'd you went? He goes, back into the tent. Okay. So, would you ever attack the princess? He was like, no. Really? What's the reason why? He was like, 1, I don't know her, and 2, she's not my type. Which, that's like a big red flag. Which basically Motoyatsu says he's lying. He's like, I just look at him and I just give him that look like, shut the fuck up already. Like, shut up, I'm done with you. Look. As well. And I just get a little closer, towards him, like, would you ever attack her? A princess. He's, never. I will never attack her. And I just smile, and I'm like, of course you wouldn't. Which everyone's shocked by that. As I just look at Mai, like, now, princess, tell me, what time was it that he attacked you? When was it? How did he get here if we were in the woods? And if before you even say, Your Highness, you can ask the, adventurers that you basically paid to be with me to come in, and they can give you the full story if you're so kindly would allow them to come here. Which everyone's, looking at the king as, fine. What, basically, as he tells the guard to get one of them, get them, and he goes, sword hero, why are you helping him? And he goes, to prove his innocence. What else? You have no proof, Your Highness. You are just going by the words of your daughter. How stupid of you to have no evidence, not even to have a investigation. I mean, there would have been signs of anything. First off, if depending on Naofumi, if he was attacking her, wouldn't she have marks on her, bruises? And wouldn't then Naofumi have any marks too? If, like, scratch marks? No. He has not, neither does she. And if so, why don't you just take her to the, doctor? To ever get it checked out to get more evidence against Naofumi. But, of course, you don't have any. As then around Q, my basically adventure, party members come through as they go like, Sword Hero, what's wrong? He's like, oh, nothing, nothing. Just that our Shield Hero here is getting accused of attacking the princess. But one of them says, but how? He was with us all night. And basically that's one of them. And it's like, wait, you... It's like, I have trouble sleeping. And I woke up because Naofumi left the tent. And basically, no, not Melty, my, my, oh god, I'm just going with the English dub, what I've heard. But basically, Multi, my, whatever you want to call her, basically says, see, he left to it, and then he just said, but that was 5 hours into the forest. It would take him 5 hours, and that was technically at, like, in the middle of the night. And I said, yes, around 3 p.m. So, 5 hours. How would he get back to the castle in 5 hours? Your Highness? But she's like, He goes, of course he couldn't. Your daughter lied to you. And if you still want to say, oh, the shield hero did it, fine by me. If you're gonna exile him, or, have him run as a criminal, then I won't work for you, or help. I'll just help you out just so I can defeat the waves. That's all. I don't need no one else by my side then. It's better off that way anyways. Basically I just walked towards the guards that are, having, basically their spears like in front of Naofumi as they just look at me and they say, Shield Hero, you cannot go near, as I just look at them saying, move aside. Cannon fire. As they just see I'm not really caring at all as they just do so. As I look at Naofumi like, I told you I would never betray you. Come on. We're getting out of here. As we're just walking along, past, and Motatsu says, basically, how dare you say that about her? Basically saying that she lied finally, you could do it to shock. As I'm just looking, I'm like, listen here, simp. Shut up. I'm not in the mood to deal with your crap. And besides, if you want to start a fight, I just grab, the grip of the sword. I'm like, I'm gladly to give you one. And, I just basically, take it off my back as I'm just, turn around looking at him. And for some reason, the sword starts to change. And what happens is to my eyes, they also change. Basically. To a bluish green, and I start having silver hair. As they're all like, what the? As the sword's getting longer into a katana shape, but the length is very, very, not normal length of a sword. As everyone's thinking, what the hell's happening? As I'm just saying, as I just point the sword towards, the spear here, I'm like, you'll fall into despair when you fight me. I will not hold back against someone so weak as you. As he was like, what the hell happened to you? As I'm just thinking, what the? Sword change? My attitude change? What's going on? Doesn't matter. So, as I basically still look at him, I'm like, none of your concern. So, do you want to fight me? And stand in my way and die? Or will you just shut up and be a good dog? As Motoyatsu doesn't know what to do, so he basically shuts up. As the sword starts to change back, and my basically brown hair, brown eyes start to go back to normal. As I just say, good, come on. As well, everyone was shocked by this, and we just leave. Multi, okay, Mai is just shocked. She couldn't believe what just happened. The sword hero suddenly appearance changing, attitude changing, the sword changing was never heard. She doesn't know what's happening. So, basically, after that, we do basically get out of the castle. As I just look at him, I'm like, this, well, the rumors are spread about you. We basically proved your innocence. The king have no choice but to, well, you know. He goes, yeah. Basically, there was a group of people, so he had no choice. Damn Kane. How did you know? He was like, enough questions now for me. We have to get going. Or should I say, I will. Just walk around the town. Catch you later. It's like, where are you going? It's like, I don't know. I'll just walk around endlessly. Fight some hordes, save some people. Just try to get stronger my own way. See ya. As I'm just walking along. So, everyone just seeing me, they don't see no party, I'm just thinking of, deciding basically, probably should join the Adventurer Guild. That'd be a good idea. As I, go, I'm like thinking, now where is it? As I just see someone, town person, I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, do you know where the Adventure Hall is? And she goes, yeah, just go that way and make a right. And I'm like, thank you. She goes, no problem. As they don't know what I did, so they're nice to me, and yeah, everything's going just exactly the same way for Naofumi. As I get to Adventure Guild, I asked if I, could be an adventurer, stuff, and they accepted it right away. I said thank you, but I just go out. I'm just walking out of the city, and I didn't see Naofumi already ahead of me with the green cloak and all on him. I'm like thinking, well, there goes that look. So, because of me, no one not doing very well, but yeah, me just doing my thing is basically just fighting hordes. And also, well, I'm just basically trying to find out how can I make the weapon change again during battle. And, well, it won't be easy. I most either run away because I'm just trying to focus on, changing the weapon, so yeah, I basically am just fighting hordes by myself. And I won't level up because it's just me trying to train normally. Trying to figure out how to get the weapon to change shape and form like it did. Now what will be happening here? Well, Fumi is gonna Retalia. Everything like that will happen for that month. And, me, I just basically just working on this one thing. As then I finally am able to do it. I summoned the Hyrulean Sword, aka the Master Sword. My hair basically stays the same, but my eyes turn green, and I get this weird mark on me. I'm like, wait, the Triforce? That's weird. I wonder. So basically, I go into my stat screens and it says Hyrulean Warrior Link. Link mode activated. Skills I can learn. Skyward Slash. Basically, well, actually, it just says that. I'm like, okay. Is there any buffs to this? And it does say buff to intelligence 15, resistance 2, strength 12. When mastered. So I have to go through this, get up to level 3 to the max. So trained, basically. Alright. And that's what I'm going to be doing for that month, and unfortunately, I am feeling tired. Like, I feel like I need to take my nap. I feel like I need to go back to sleep now. And I want to keep going. But I just want to know, like, I do have an idea of, like, for the what to basically add into the story. Like, someone like Albedo, from Overlord, like, have that into the story, which I may do. So, yeah. But I'll go over that. I think actually, since I'm tired, I cannot think of anything, but I'm surprised I got this far. Okay, but I'm gonna try to keep going. So, basically because I learned this, I'm like, alright. This is gonna be quite interesting. Let's see what I can do. So, because I basically go to the lower mobs, like the level 1s and 2s, start my way back up. And with each attack, I get XP, but I also get mastery points, which is basically increases my skill with the Master Sword. And it basically will unlock. The only reason why I have not Hyperlink, Skyward Slash, because that's like one of the basic abilities. The next one I could think of could be a technique, which is, when Link spins in a circle. And since I don't have a shield, I really can't do any like shield techniques, like, I don't like the bash to parry other people's attacks and then jump up into the air and just, strike them down into the chest with the sword. So yeah. But it also will probably say repel magical attacks. So yeah. So basically, after doing this, I decided to, just do this for the next 5 days. See where I'm at, and I'll be at level 2. Which is, basically one of the techniques will be, like I said, the spinning one. And, continuing doing this, it will still be low enemies. My level will not increase for now. And yeah. But anyways. Next part, I'm going to be adding more stuff, which will probably be later on, since I'm making this part short, seems like. And I'm just tired right now. I apologize. I was awake a little when making this, so now I'm just tired. But anyways. So yeah, so it goes. I hope you guys all have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Stay safe out there. Birthday special, and hope you guys have a good Saturday. Again, sorry for not making this video out on time like I wanted to. I just was tired after work. So, also I'm maybe watching the anime again, so I know where it is I want to be. Basically, I do know it will be with, Naofumi again, Natalia, gonna save Trader, and then, him getting her back to full health. So I think the next part in part 2, will basically just be them training her to use a weapon. And then me going back to the blacksmith. So, sorry for not much happened in this video, but it's just, yeah. I gotta get some sleep, everyone. I apologize. And I know I said I took a nap, but it's like 5 in the morning. I'm tired again. So, bye everyone.